Welcome to a brand new Five Heart podcast live on a Thursday night, 9 o'clock Central. It is the Lord's favorite time zone. He has blessed us with this time zone better than all the rest, and we are excited to bring you this brand new show tonight. I am Greg Mahochko, and this is Fred Sacco, and in the Alice position, Minnie Hunt. Good evening, my friends.
Hello, everybody.
Good evening.
You, Fred, said that like Fred, like you were. Good evening and welcome to CBS News or something. I don't know.
It's any of them, or good evening, like Alfred Hitchcock used to do back in the day. Yes, I said Hitchcock, so get over it.
And Minnie, you sound energetic tonight.
Well, we have a lot to look forward to. Tomorrow is a big day for Husker athletics.
Well, it's for basketball. Is there something else going on?
No, I mean, but that's huge.
Huge.
There you go. I'm already using big words.
Well, huge is a descriptor. It's something that's large. But...
Never mind.
Moving on now.
Yes. I mean, we're not gonna tiptoe around this. We're just gonna dive right in. Nebraska, after a triple bye, Nebraska men's basketball is playing tomorrow evening, and that's because they finished second in the conference in the regular season after beating Iowa at home on Sunday. Now, this was a marquee matchup because Nebraska lost to Iowa at Hawkeye Carver Arena last month, and I had begged, I had pleaded. We did a very special Five Heart Theater last week about a certain person not watching men's basketball because they have previously, Nebraska had lost 5 games, and this particular individual, I'm not mentioning any names, had watched those 5 games. Like it must not be a coincidence. You could maybe see a coincidence after 2, but not a coincidence after 5. Despite our pleas and against medical advice, Minnie Hunt watched the Nebraska-Iowa game on Sunday, and Nebraska won. And it took overtime. It shouldn't have taken overtime. We're still asking Minnie to not watch tomorrow.
No. Okay. So I figure I would write down what exactly happened, okay? What was occurring as I was watching? And I have to tell you, it is not based off of me watching because it was a sold-out crowd at Pinnacle Bank Arena. So there were a lot of things happening. It was senior night, right? And Iowa started it off hitting the first 3. And it took us a while just to get caught up to them. I was worried from the get-go. And at half, we were barely ahead, 30-26. But then we reached way out in front and somehow got 10 points ahead. And we had 5 minutes left. And so you think, okay, we have this in the bag.
And that's when Minnie started watching.
Yeah.
No, I watched the whole time. Yes, Cale Jacobson was amazing. So he was just hot. You know how sometimes you just get hot whenever you're hitting threes and just he could do no wrong. He was rebounding. Then he was a one-man team. It was really awesome. So yes, we did come back in overtime and we beat the Iowa Hawkeyes thanks to Cale Jacobson and team.
If you look on coronation.com, Nate McHugh put in the recap after the game, he called it the Cale Jacobson game. I love that Nebraska men's basketball games, when it's a momentous occasion, they have names to them. Like this may go down as the Cale Jacobson game. I don't know. But I always think of the win over ranked Wisconsin in the Tim Miles era, which was no sit Sunday. And that's still, I think, remembered fondly. But this is a Husker team that has done the most wins by a Husker team in regular season in Husker history, the highest seed, and Kent Pavelka has been at the helm for all, it's. I'm so excited for him, Fred. Because talk about a guy, and we gave Kent Pavelka his flowers a couple of weeks ago, but. What a career he's had. I'm not saying that, if Nebraska wins a tournament game this year that he'll retire. I'm not saying that. But I want it as much for him as for anybody else associated with the program.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there was that little 10-minute piece about him covering, it was the Michigan game, and that was just the work that he goes into still with the handwritten everything, and just all of it, all the time he's put in, all the bad seasons he's had to watch, or mediocre seasons, and had to call all of that and be enthusiastic for all of it. And then to get to this close, they got to win that first game. They just got to.
It's really, really, really exciting. And if you don't mind, I'd like to show this comment from our friend David Matney, the official realtor of the 5 Heart podcast. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Who would have thought Indiana is a football school and Nebraska is a basketball school?
Right.
Hey, you know what? I don't care. I'll watch basketball. Who knew? I've watched more basketball, I would say, in the last 3 years than I've ever watched in my entire life.
I mean, just with that, the flip-flop of Iowa or Indiana and Nebraska, it's like, I feel like in that alternate universe, Greg should also be Batman, but he's not. So that's kind of a bummer for you, Greg. Sorry. I was hoping. No, you just look like Dark Web.
I'm Batman. I sound like Batman. Never Mind Me wants to know, what's everyone drinking tonight? And while we don't have a graphic for everyone, we do get to ask the question, what's Greg drinking today? What's Greg drinking today? Whoa. Haven't played that in a little while. I'm drinking what I'm always drinking. And I found these, I don't want to say by accident, but I forgot that they were in my inside fridge. So I have 2 beers for the evening. Fred, how about you? What are you drinking?
I have a couple of things. I have a Heisenhop Italian Pilsner from Cross-Strain, and I have a glass of Tranya. I hope you cherish it as much as I. There's probably one person in chat that might get that reference. It's not Tranya. It's just a mixed drink, but yeah.
Ooh.
Minnie, are you doing White Claw or Walgreens discount wine?
I do have some Walgreens wine, but I'm saving it for when we win the Big Ten championship. Okay. So now tonight I'm just drinking. I have one that's freezing cold, and then I already have one that I opened. It could be a two White Claw night.
I'm a little far from sounding like Batman TSD says. I mean, did we watch the Christian Bale Batman movies and how it's all, I'm Batman. Where are they? I know this. I just rewatched Dark Knight a couple nights ago. So
it was very serviceable, Greg. I'll give you credit. Good job.
No Kevin Conroy, but nobody.
No, who could be though? That guy was awesome.
He was. May he rest in peace. So Minnie's like, I have no idea what anybody's talking about. Who is Batman?
I'm not, you know what? I'm just
Batman didn't make it to the log cabin.
I'm just being patiently waiting here for some more sports talk.
Worships Waters, does this mean Minnie is the Joker and a smoker and a midnight toker?
Yeah.
Damn it. Took it all from me.
Sorry. Yes. Talk. The sports talk. So when I saw the brackets and saw where Nebraska was as a number 2, first of all, I'm tickled that they're number 2. I had a feeling they may end up drawing Purdue in the tournament, and that is the case. 5:30 tomorrow, again, Central Time. It's the official time zone of the Nebraska Cornhuskers. By God, get on board. They played Purdue back almost a month ago, and they lost that one at PBA 80-77. Now, Minnie, you should be able to tell us about that because that was one of the games that you watched that, of course, Nebraska lost.
They have this one point guard, Braden Smith, I think is his name, who is a fantastic player. He's our Sam Hoiberg. So we need to watch out for him. We need to watch out for how well they play defense. And we'll be okay.
I'll say this, the difference between Nebraska-Purdue on February 10th and Nebraska-Purdue on Friday the 13th, we are healthier now than we were then. I'm trying to think. I don't think we had rank masked in that game, and we may have been missing a shooter as well. That was a stretch.
I think you're right.
When we look at the schedule from the first loss of the season, which was, of course, Michigan. Somehow that happened in football and in basketball. Michigan, the second game against Illinois, and Purdue. So, I mean, there's about a 2-week stretch where we weren't at full strength, be it illness or injury. So, I don't know. I'm optimistic, cautiously optimistic about what it's going to potentially look like, this time tomorrow night and hopefully Saturday and then Sunday. So.
Husker Chuck says Mast missed a free throw with 2 seconds left that would have won the Purdue game. And, he has not had very many hot streaks this season, at least not the games that I've watched. But against Iowa, holy cow, he was on fire. Everybody was. But particularly him, he managed to get a lot of threes in. So,
yeah, I was pulling up the stats from that game. Rank went 2 for 4 from the foul line. It finished with 18 points though. So that was a team high. But yeah, you're right, Husker Truck. If he could have made one of those free throws, then not only do we knock out overtime, we win it in regulation. And, the mini curse would have been broken almost a month sooner. So,
yeah. Yep.
We're just going to continue calling it the mini curse now that it's officially over, Minnie, just so you know.
As opposed to a huge curse. Big words.
It's not a Danhausen curse. There'll be a couple who get that one.
I don't understand that thing, but whatever. I might study up on it. Sounds funny. Oh, look, it's Aaron Keene.
Well.
Well, you know what's sad is that we didn't do that with everybody.
Oh, okay.
Aaron Keene's here. Everybody gets all excited.
Hi, Aaron. I don't know about the rest of you.
What about TSD? What about Worships Water? What about Husker Chuck?
We don't write into it. That's what happens.
I feel bad now.
Never mind me, Nebraska Rascal.
Nebraska Rascal's my buddy.
Justin Raji said, let the party begin.
Hey, Justin.
See, even the tone is different for Justin.
Tiger Sharks.
Him and I go, I have to tell you, Justin Raji and I go way back. I'm happy to see you.
Hear that, Aaron? You're not special. you and Justin go way back.
Yeah. Justin and I go way back. He is one of my first Husker commenter buds. Mm-hmm.
Is that back when you were just a Chatterfield?
It is. It is. And I met him not even on this show. I met him on another show.
She was cheating on us before she was even a panelist. How's that make you feel, Greg?
It kind of makes me feel like if she was on another show or in that comment section first, and then I feel like maybe this show was the sideshow.
It was. Then it became my number one
side piece show.
I said sideshow for a reason.
I know.
Shameful.
That's why I'm here. Full of shame.
It became your number one, and then you had dalliances out on Monday nights and Sunday nights.
Yeah. So. I had
with Michigan people.
I still love the Michigan people. I go and hang out with them as often as possible.
TSD says Minnie getting media passes for Michigan and Nebraska as a double agent. Husker Chuck says Minnie's just here until a better gig comes along with dollar signs.
No, this is
Signetti to call.
Yeah. No.
I'd go.
Oh my gosh.
I'd go in the portal if we asked. Hell with it.
I am not. You guys quit portaling me out. All right.
Fred, what's your price?
Basketball.
What's my price?
Yeah.
Ooh, gosh. I don't know.
You can't talk about the Huskers anymore. You got to go do a show for any other Big Ten school, including Iowa. I'm sure the Iowa price tag's a little higher.
I'd go to if I got paid, I would go to the Iowa thing, and then I would just shit talk them until they got rid of me.
No.
What?
You have to be a fan.
I don't want to be a fan of Iowa.
You don't have to be a fan in order to talk about it.
All right, that's the thing. You have to give. You have to. They're buying your allegiance. How much is your allegiance worth, Fred? Put a price tag on it.
Like actual money?
Yeah, why not? In this hypothetical situation that'll never actually happen.
$10 million.
$10 million to buy your fandom.
Yep.
Do you want $10 million?
You know what, Fred? You are a cheap piece of ass.
Not since college. That's only when I needed the money.
$10 million.
Do you want $10 million, or would you rather have $20,000 every month for the rest of your life?
It's like 9:30 at night. I can't do math. It ain't even 9:30. Good Lord. I'm not a cheap piece of ass. 10 million,
Okay.
I would root for Indiana. That's it. Nothing else.
Don't do it. You always take the guaranteed money, man.
Strictly missionary, nothing kinky.
Guaranteed.
How about you, Greg, since you posed this question? I'm curious.
Oh, Greg will never do it. He'll be the last boy.
He'll hold out.
He'll never do it.
Like,
I swear to God.
I'll be as poor as a church mouse. I don't care. My heart belongs to Nebraska.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. I couldn't sell out. And that's not me. I'm no judgment to you, Fred. I couldn't. Even though I have an insane amount of credit card debt, I have $30,000 in credit card debt. Not that much, but you know what I mean. I
still watch Nebraska like in the dark under the sheets with nobody knowing I was doing it. So
no, you have to cut all ties. You can watch them when they play your new team, but you have to root for new team.
TSD would do it for $10,000.
I still think. Hold on, I'm going to do the math.
Wow.
TSD. He's been a Husker fan forever, and he would leave us for $10,000.
Man,
I know.
Tiger Shark. We gotta have a talk.
Can't buy loyalty.
First of all, Fred, this is why I say you should take the $20,000 a month for the rest of your life, because that's $240,000 in the first year. And I don't know your life expectancy, but I know you're getting healthier. You're a better man than me. But let's just say you live to 90.
Oh shit, that ain't happening. If I get to like 65 at this rate, hell.
All right, in that case, take the 10 million.
There you go. That's why I took it.
Take the 10 million.
I'm glad I did the math, honestly, because 39 years, right? Because you're 51 now, right?
Yes.
Last week? Okay. So you made the good business decision with life expectancy to age 90, because that would have paid you $9.36 million coming in under the $10 million that you would have taken up front. So invest it wisely. That's all I can say.
This is something I never knew about our friend TSD. He's a walk-on. And he's willing to leave us.
I don't even know how we talked about that.
Huh?
We're just now finding out.
How did that come about? Were we talking about walk-ons?
No, because he said he would leave us for 10 grand.
Oh, okay.
And he even played for us. Oh, that just
I like this. Husker Chuck says, my boss offered me a salary with 9 zeros, but nothing on the front of that. I have a picture, since the twins just turned 5 a couple of weeks ago. I'm reminded of a picture of the day they were born. I guess, maybe a couple of days, but when they were still in the NICU, and I had these Nebraska blankies, baby blankies, and they're both wrapped. And I've got one in each arm, because they were 5 pounds and 4 pounds. And I just remember I put that picture up on social media, and I said, Husker born, Husker bred, and when I die, I'll be Husker dead. And that's what they are. I wasn't born into this. They are. God bless those boys.
What do you do if they don't like Nebraska once they get old enough to make these decisions? Or if they choose teams that are diametrically opposed, what will you do then?
I don't know. I'm not ready for that.
Greg.
I know Robert's ready. He's ready. He wants to watch some football. He's not ready for have his heart broken by football, but he's ready. Matthew, the other twin, the kid's so go with the flow. And then Garrett, my oldest, has zero interest in sports, but will at least they all have Nebraska gear and they all say go Big Red. So right now I feel like I'm doing my part.
Did what you could.
Aaron Key says adoption. So anyway, all right, men's basketball. That's where we're at this point. Is I was trying to pull up the most recent bracket, and there we have it. So Rutgers and UCLA are playing right now. As we mentioned, Purdue beat Northwestern. That's how Purdue's going to end up playing us tomorrow. Wisconsin beat Washington. Ohio State handled Iowa. Those were games earlier today. So it's shaping up to be, I don't know, a pretty interesting weekend.
Tomorrow's supposed to be a full day starting at, let's see, I think it's
11 o'clock Central.
9 a.m. my time. Oh my.
11 o'clock Central.
So I will be partaking in kegs, eggs, and basketball tomorrow.
Wow. They make kegs with White Claw? Holy shit.
So it's going to be number 1 Michigan versus 8 seed Ohio State tomorrow at 11 o'clock Central. And a half hour after that game ends, or they're anticipating 1:30, it's going to be number 4 seed Illinois versus 5 seed Wisconsin. And then Nebraska and Purdue at 5:30. And then Michigan State's going to get the winner of this game. That's, again, UCLA and Rutgers. So, and then we'll know from there.
What is the game going to be on? Is it Big Ten Network, ESPN?
Big Ten Network through tomorrow, and then CBS on Saturday and Sunday.
Okay, cool.
It's in Chicago.
Yep, it's in my state, but I'm on the other end of the state, so. Yeah, I'm not surprised, honestly, Worship's Water, that Purdue is favored. Again, if you look at the regular season, I don't know, something about this team just seems to, I don't know. Like, unfortunately, I don't have Big Ten Network, so I won't be able to watch it. I'll definitely be following. I'll probably be listening to Kent on the broadcast. It's just, there's something about this team that's special. We definitely hope for the Big Ten tournament win. It'd be weird because, you know, when it ran down that list of teams, so they have lost to Michigan, they've lost to Purdue, they have lost, or I should say they've split with Illinois. They could meet UCLA. You know, if UCLA wins tonight and beats Michigan State. But I don't know. They've had success against all the teams, and they've played everybody else close. Even that Michigan game was a good game. I mean, and that was when we were definitely without, I think, rank in that game, and maybe Prater as well.
Prater, we were at our weakest, and we damn near had them. So they have an intangible about them, as the French would say, certain, I don't know what, you know, like it's just, you feel
is
good
that what
about
the French say? I don't know what.
It is.
In perfect English?
It is.
Is it a particular je ne sais quoi?
Croissant. Gazoon type.
You're lucky that didn't come shooting out of my nose. That's all I got to say.
I was hoping. Damn it. Next time. No, I feel the same about them, though. They're exciting to watch. You feel like they always have a chance. It's just weird. I say it's weird because in all my years of watching Nebraska basketball, I never felt like that team. Sacre bleu, mi mama. That's Sopranos, but anyways.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're done bastardizing the French language today.
Nah.
Good.
Give me a few more minutes. Minnie, what French do you know?
I know more French than probably both of you put together.
I bet you do.
I bet that's also not very difficult. Can you tell us something in French?
Not really.
Can you make something in French?
I know words. And
can you string words together and make it sound like?
But I'm not going to do that. Here.
Come on, will you have fun, please?
All
right, hold on.
Everybody tried fun once. She didn't like it.
I didn't like it.
All right. On this episode of Five Heart Theater, Minnie speaks French. Now you have to do it because we've played the intro.
Mm-mm.
It's in the contract.
Yep.
Parlez-vous français?
I know that.
Me too, and I'm dumb.
Can you answer?
Oui.
I do not.
Not in English.
Oh, I'm sorry. No.
I don't know. Honestly, I would have to start like using it more. But I know a lot of words.
Tribune.
What?
Isn't that one of those weight loss drugs?
What?
He said Tribune.
What are we even laughing about? I don't understand.
One serious thing I could tell you is that, or a question is, why are the streets of Paris lined with trees?
This is a question?
Because the Germans like to walk in the shade.
Oh.
Okay.
I remember a Marge Simpson quote from, I don't know, 25 years ago. It's like, we can stay in here like the French or we can do something about it.
I forgot about that one. That's good. Dang.
All right. Well, that was a fun.
Was good.
I apparently Minnie does not know more French than we do because even
I do. I promise.
She's too shy, I guess, or
I'm way too shy. No, it just doesn't come to you when you don't use it. When you don't use a language very much, it needs to come to you. Like if I were immersed in it.
I mean, you heard Fred and I. We just jumped in random words, and
you guys are just idiots. You're just, who knows what you're even talking about?
Touche.
Point.
You're idiots.
I think that's more Italian.
Yeah, it's always Italian when she imitates anybody. Could be anything at all. That person from Japan sounds like an Italian.
Minnie, that's racist.
I can't help it.
It's so bad that Fred left.
You guys are just being mean.
My dog just rolled over in his bed for crying out loud. He's so upset.
Oh.
Well, have we done enough for our basketball folks?
Probably not. Husker Chuck says, ask a Frenchman if they speak German. If they say no, say you're welcome. Let's see. Oh, TSD. Can you read what TSD said?
Minnie, parlez-vous français? Rindemblan merchant. I don't know.
Okay.
That just sounds like if I've had too many drinks and it just comes out like that.
Speaking of drinks, Fred, Worship's Water says, Greg, I don't want to interrupt the show. You're not. But can you make Fred explain what the blue drink was or what he called it?
Yes, I was going to ask too. I'm so glad that you asked Worship's
It was
Water.
a joke on the old. Well, this is it's like a blue liqueur I got from Kincaider, and I mixed it with just club soda. Oh, but okay. Tranya was a drink on an old Star Trek episode where Clint Howard played the little alien. Somebody already said the Corbomite mover, and they go into his little spaceship and he serves this drink to Captain Kirk, and he goes, this is Tranya. I hope you cherish it as much as I. And it's like this little baby, but they have a human voicing him, and yeah, so that's it. Or it could be Blue Chew. Who knows?
Comes in a drink now.
I could be harder than Chinese math the next 5 minutes. You'll never know.
Maybe I think it's supposed to. I think the whole point of Blue Chews is supposed to last more than 5 minutes.
I think
in 5 minutes.
If it only lasts 5 minutes, you should get a refund.
I don't know how long it takes to kick in. If you hear my desk fall over, then you know.
Blue Chew takes about 15 minutes because it's a chewable. So it hits the bloodstream faster.
Thanks for giving us that very detailed scouting report on that, Greg.
In 15 minutes, you say?
To take effect. So there you go.
I'm not going to say anything else. I'm just going to leave that alone. Indeed. Yeah.
Because that's what all the advertisements say.
That Greg's listened to.
Oh, my goodness.
Willfully.
TSD says it works, but be careful of blood pressure.
Is it gum? Is it really gum?
What? Blue Chew?
Mm-hmm.
No, it is a chewable tablet.
Good Lord.
Okay. Just asking.
I don't know if he says I need or he needs to upgrade to Blue Chew Gold.
Is it like Big League Chew then? It just comes in little blue strands and you chew it. And...
Just wait for the one where it's
Yeah.
Put it right into
your
arm or someplace else. I'm not here to judge.
I thought you were flicking like a skull can. I thought that's okay, sorry.
Highlander Gun says they should make it a cream you rub in. I don't know if that's the best idea.
Probably would end quicker than it is intended to.
It wasn't on my bingo card. Don't do it. Hey.
Oh.
At this point, I think we need to throw out just all the disclaimers. Consult a physician, or at least go to bluechew.com.
Or just watch us talk about it and take your chances.
And TSD says, damn, Minnie knows the dip flip. I like her even more.
Thank you. I didn't know that's how to impress you guys. Otherwise, I would have mentioned it before.
Let's see if I can still. It's not
okay, Greg. Quit acting like that. Doing those things. What? I don't know.
Okay.
He was just doing the dip flip imaginarily so. That's all.
I know.
Justin Raji says, sports related. Can we all be thankful that the Big Ten is smart enough not to have their court made of LED monitors? Yes.
Where did they do that? I saw something about that. Who's doing it?
Big 12.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Wow.
I mean, like, we're also the conference that in the years back, I want to say maybe 10 years ago or so, Michigan State played one of the ACC teams on the deck of an aircraft carrier. And
say that again? What?
So you know how they did like volleyball day in Nebraska and they put a volleyball court in Memorial Stadium?
Yes.
They put a basketball court on the flight deck of an aircraft carrier like 10 years or so back.
You've got to be kidding me.
No. I'll Google it right now.
That sounds amazing.
I kind of remember it. I don't remember hearing if it being on that surface caused any issues or, rock the boat, so to speak, or
they've done it twice. So they played North Carolina on the USS Carl Vinson in 2011, and they faced Gonzaga on the USS Abraham Lincoln in 2022. But it did say that they faced unique challenges like wind and glare.
Oh, I can imagine the wind would be a problem.
I'm going to try to get this image uploaded here. Give me just a moment. Well, it's going to take a minute. But y'all are more than welcome to vamp while I
vamp, Minnie.
Oh.
What were we going to talk about next after we got done talking
I
about?
don't know. He always leaves us out and hanging in left field.
Blue chew gum and
what he does. I mean, I'm ready to move on to football, but doesn't seem like we are there yet.
I mean, you can. It's fine. I'm not here to judge.
Greg's pulling up his picture.
Yeah.
I'm sure I like how you phrased that.
Good as it gets. I'm tired. And no, Tony, you didn't miss anything really. We tried to have an impromptu one, and Minnie didn't play nice.
I poo-pooed it.
But she almost said it like
in French. I poo-pooed it.
Yeah, she poo-pooed it. And we haven't had any Badger besmirching, but we'll get you before we're done.
Yeah. Husker Chuck says we had a fake 5-heart.
Yeah. I wasn't prepared. I didn't have a script.
All we asked her to do was speak in a foreign language. And
we're not. This is not open mic night.
She said she knew, no less. But
yeah, a language she said she knew.
And then we were idiots and idiotas.
Exposed as a liar.
Greg.
Shame.
I'm not allowed to call me names.
More than the two of you. Oh,
you can say, listen. You can say a lot of bad things to me, but you're not allowed to call me names. This is what I tell my kids.
Do your kids say bad things to you?
No. I mean to other people. It's bad manners.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. If you couldn't have strung together a few French words.
Next week, Minnie, we're counting on you.
I am not going to do it. I won't do it. You know I speak more French than you. I've spoke more French to you off air than you know. And you and I have already discussed this once before, as well as other languages.
I need an adult.
How many languages do you know?
Well, okay. So I think there was a conversation once about this. And I said that I can at least say hello in I don't know how many languages, but I know it was a lot.
Bonjour. See?
Bonjour.
I said it before you did, so I know more French than you.
There you go. Yeah.
Fred,
you can say hello in a bunch of languages. I mean, we could all Google that and do about the same.
Okay, forget it. I'm not going
He's
there.
like, aloha. I'm like, no, wait a minute. That's not,
Fred,
Aloha.
you're an impartial judge. All right. Who would
Okay.
you say, based on your observation tonight, who would you say knows more French, me or Minnie?
Greg.
Yeah.
All right, you and I are going to have a conversation after this, Fred.
Yeah.
Well, it ain't going to be in French, apparently.
I love it. Thanks, Fred. The check's in the mail.
Cool. I need it.
All right. Cheers, Mr. Matney. We all saw that one coming. But we know who the real star of the show is, and it's not Greg.
He thinks it is, though.
Who?
You.
I just said it's not. I was pointing to you.
Oh, now you give me flowers.
No, you were pointing in French. She didn't understand it, Greg.
And fuck you, Fred. Jesus, what the hell? Leave me
I think
alone.
that would be foutoir, I think, in French. I think I've learned that when I was in high school. Man, out of nowhere with the sneaky left hook. Jeez, Minnie. God, that's all it takes to get Minnie angry. I mean, after all the Dylan bashing.
That's it. That's it. About 12 minutes of picking on Minnie, and now she's had it. Okay?
I wasn't picking on anybody. I'm the impartial judge that simply questioned your ability to speak French.
You pointed in French. Really? You're such a smart ass.
That's why I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I finally have it.
You got the graphic, Greg?
I've got the graphic.
All right.
Don't ask me if this is 2011 or 2022, but this is college hoops on an aircraft carrier.
That's pretty impressive. I never really saw it when they did it. That's pretty cool. I mean, it almost looks like a small stadium.
Mm-hmm. I mean, perfect for the servicemen and women aboard. What a treat for our armed forces. You know,
when you said this is what took place, for some reason I imagined it being off way in the middle of the ocean. But I see they're near land.
Oh, it's not parked by Carter Lake, Minnie. I mean, it's still out somewhere.
But it's beautiful. Yep.
Oh, that's a great picture. Huh. Very cool. Good job, Greg.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Can you get us the same thing in French so Minnie doesn't understand?
Never mind me says, Minnie said, fuck you. Well, I guess we know the world is ending. And Keen says, as someone who immediately got pooped on by Minnie upon entering chat, this banter is approved.
I did not.
Incorrect. They did play a football. Was it West Virginia game? West Virginia, Tennessee? I think it was at Bristol. I think.
I'd imagine had to have Tennessee involved in some form.
Yeah.
I never recalled that, actually. Dang, I'm way out of touch.
Because I feel like it was at a track that was very close to the state lines. So, yeah. Good call, Highlander Gun. The world will end when John goes to Europe.
What if he goes to France specifically?
He'll come back knowing more French than Minnie.
He will. John will come back in a beret and one of those striped shirts and a cigarette and whole thing.
Bristol, boom. And it was Tennessee, or Husker Chuck says Tennessee rings bell. And I don't argue with Husker Chuck's memory.
So. No, he knows everything.
All right, Minnie, let's talk football.
What do you want to talk about?
I don't know, but can you say it in French?
I think it's pronounced football. Football.
Okay.
That's it.
I'd seen it early in the chat. I don't want to break format, but a few people had said it, and it was the thing that Minnie and I said minutes before we got on about how Rhule's presser just beforehand, he looks just weird. He looks uncomfortable, like he has like, I don't know, really bad gas or something. He's just like, and then just not the same as he has been. So I don't know.
Good call. Yeah, good call, Worships Water. He does look a little broken. He looks a little destroyed after the last season. I think he looks the way we all feel.
I think he's just feeling it. Maybe, also we'd said before the show began, I think maybe he just felt the pressure. He's feeling the pressure, and he actually just wants to actually get out there and get on with it instead of talking about it now.
Imagine this. Go ahead, Greg.
The comments that Rhule seems to have aged 5 years and 5 months. Not making any comparison besides this, Scott Frost did this too. Scott Frost came in looking, like 45 years old, and when he left, he looked 65 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Not a knock on any of you beautiful 65-year-olds who may be in the comments right now, but it's kind of like they say, being president of the United States. When you're in the spotlight, we see you, getting older every day, right?
Mm-hmm.
W, I think, was for me, in my time, was the first one that they kind of really started noticing that about. But Scott Frost did it. I don't think Bo Pelini did it. Mike Riley was already old, but Matt Rhule is definitely he I don't know if he just needs more sleep or what, but
so I brought my own football player here who knows French. Go ahead.
Je m'appelle Shelby.
Je m'appelle Shelby. She speaks French. Speak more French for them.
That's all I know.
Oh, that's not true.
Blink twice if you're in danger.
Her teacher's not any good. Well, she's better than me.
Was Minnie the teacher or the teacher at school? The
teacher at school.
Okay.
You can't claim to know French.
Beautiful.
Aww.
What's the vicariously through your daughter? You can't say that you know French vicariously through your daughter.
I do, but I heard her laughing out there, and I was like, I'll have her speak French. She's better on the spot than I am. But apparently not.
Don't think much. No, that was very good.
Worships Water disagrees with my take, says Frost lost control, but he always looked good. Probably just had varying degrees of standoffishness.
Yeah, his face looked, you could tell, just the cragginess, he was different by the end. And Rhule just looks, Rhule looked like he was like holding in gas. He looked very uncomfortable, like he didn't want to be up there. He just had this, like, his eyes were really big and his face, it was odd. Minnie said it too. The body language was just different and actually he's been like that a few times from about the midpoint of last season to when it really fell apart. He just looked like his eyes are darting. I don't know. Maybe the Wegovy's wearing off. I don't know what's going on with him, but yeah, I don't know. It's not concerning, but it's like maybe he just feels the pressure and it's finally really hitting him.
Imagine if he came and showed up excited. How much we would despise that. So, I think he's giving us exactly what we need as far as that goes. I don't want him, just like you said, I don't want him all excited.
Yeah, I do think that he's kind of in a way, in agreeing with you, Minnie, is from our standpoint as fans, like, he's damned if he does and damned if he doesn't. Like if he brings in that high energy, then he'll be accused of selling more.
Yeah.
And if he comes in with lower energy, he's like, oh my gosh, he's got a foot in the grave, or like somebody said in the comments here, he's realizing he can't compete with the elites. I where's the happy medium? What face can he put out there that will, just let us take it at face value without digging deeper? I don't know.
We can't do that. Not as a fan base.
Yeah.
We just analyze and overanalyze every little thing. And our expectation level is always way higher than it should be.
Well, to clarify for myself, I just feel like he looked super uncomfortable at the start. Then he started talking and it was a little bit more normal, but he had this look at the beginning, I don't know. He just did not look comfortable. And then he went back into his kind of like, oh, we're excited about this or that. I mean, he is damned if he does, damned if he doesn't. I get that part of it. To me, it was just the opening. It was just odd countenance. And he's had that a number of times. I don't know. He hasn't been overly positive, at least that I've seen, like in the beginning, like, oh, this is great. I mean, he's mentioned different faults, different things. Like near the end of last year, he's like, I walked into a bad situation, but then, this program was a mess when I got here, that kind of thing. But then also I struggle with it because in the beginning, he said he came into the best place ever and it wasn't going to be 3 years to do it possibly and all that. So it's like, I just feel like it's all kind of come home to roost for him in some respects. And he's legit feeling it now, or hopefully that's all it is. And hopefully it's not a feeling resignation, because that's what I don't want. None of us wants that. Like, oh, we're screwed, Yeah. Natney, yes.
Okay. David Matney says, I think expectations are down and he sees that. In fact, Josh Pate did a short little thing on his YouTube show about how, I guess melancholy would be a good term to describe how Nebraska fans feel about football right now.
And the infinite sadness.
Yeah.
Look at this. Eternal Optimist Husker Chuck says, we are better than we were under Frost. I don't know if Rhule has hit his ceiling here.
Yes. There's always that.
So, and again,
we're better than we were, not as good as we could be. Right.
I think the floor has raised under Matt Rhule. And I think the ceiling is raised and the expectation is raised too. And that's fine. We also have to remember that we're looking at our third defensive coordinator in 4 years. Where we got a new, like, there's a lot of new pieces. I think if Husker fans are at all frustrated, it's that we have a tough schedule ahead. Honestly, I think this is the best off season to make some of these big moves on the.
Sorry, but I don't agree with you.
Okay, we don't have a tough schedule ahead.
I don't think fans are looking at the schedule going, "Oh, forget it, we'll never win." I don't think people are doing that at all. I think what we are doing.
At our comments.
Yeah, these are special fans. These are special fans. They're not your ordinary fan, okay? They're not your ordinary Nebraska fan.
Now they're special. Oh man.
They are fans that care way too much.
Maybe
even though one of them will sell off
one of them shoot a three at the end of the game.
$10,000. I don't know. I'm speaking over you. I'm sorry.
Jeez, special.
Okay. What I mean by that is our fans aren't necessarily looking ahead and being like, oh, we're cooked next season. I think what they're focusing on is what we were told, Dylan Raiola being, a 5-star quarterback. Everyone saw it. Why didn't it work out here? And our offensive line, and defensive line just sucking last year. You can't get over that very easily. No, I didn't call you slow. No, never mind me. No.
all I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted is that
17,158.
He also called me a liar earlier. So there, you deserve it.
Agree to disagree.
Okay.
With the schedule that we have ahead, Ohio State, Indiana, Oregon, at least one of those games on the road. I think this, knowing that you had to make changes, you couldn't wait any longer. We have quite a bit of turnover at the coaching staff. We have a new quarterback, and we don't know exactly who it's going to be, but we at least believe that they're going to be better than Dylan Raiola. And based on what we saw from Dylan Raiola, that shouldn't be difficult. It's the perfect time to hit the reset button to mitigate our expectations and to stop looking at this program through scarlet colored glasses. And that's okay. I mean, you can still have hope and still believe in Matt Rhule, because he had to make tough decisions at the end of the season, and he had to, future endeavor a 5-star quarterback and his uncle, his anchor,
entourage.
Yeah, exactly. The whole damn clan.
Mm-hmm.
And he had to let go of other people. Now we have, like I said, new special teams coordinator, defensive coordinator, defensive line coach, offensive line coach. The places that needed improvement have been addressed. Like, I'm at least encouraged by that.
I am too. And each time he's made changes, I've said it, I was happy, especially the year that he made the switch, got Holgerson in near the end of the year. And I was like, wow, he's really not afraid to make moves. But then we got to the point where he's having to make more moves because the people he had weren't cutting it, or other people were leaving, like Tony White. And then we lose the stability. So it's like, we got to find this middle ground, or we got to hopefully just start a foundation with the people we got now, if they're good, and not do this turnover every other time, a new scheme, new verbiage, new everything, because you can't do anything with that.
That's true. You guys are both right. And what's really awesome is you both sound optimistic about where we're headed. And not necessarily looking so far ahead as to say, okay, this is what the game against Oregon's going to look like, or Ohio State. Like, who the freak cares? I love what Quasi Gilmer said this week. He said when he looks at the schedule, he never looks at the team because it doesn't matter to him. He goes, I've played against every team and they all look the same. They all run the same things. So he goes, it doesn't worry me to play against Ohio State. And I love that mentality, because I don't think that that's been there. I don't think we've felt that from the team, because we certainly as a fan base are freaked out whenever we look at the Oregons, the Ohio States, and Indianas playing them. But I want our team to not have that fear.
Nebraska Rascal says if we don't win at least 8 games, then Holgerson, Barthel, and Thomas all need to be fired and start over. So I guess, what do you do then? You can't just hit the reset button on anytime we don't meet your expectations. Like, that's not how you build a foundation. You have to have some consistency.
Yeah, that we can't do that again. I mean,
I feel like that's way too aggressive of a change.
Well, I think Holgerson will be better because he's not going to be married to a quarterback that I think honestly he was not loving,
He even said he has seen things from this quarterback that he hasn't seen since he's been here. And the last time,
art, skill.
I'm not I'm not kidding. He praises him for his quote unquote going off schedule. Whereas in the past, he didn't like a quarterback doing that because, the wide receivers weren't as talented as what we have now. Now they realize this quarterback is going to, possibly take an extra 5 to 10 seconds longer and give you a second look, and you better find a way to get to the ball and get to your spot. So it seems like it's a totally different offense, and he even says, "I'm not even sure what we have right now yet."
Ellen Gilmer said at UCLA, it was wherever he was at, he's like, if the quarterback scrambles, block. And now here, if the quarterback scrambles, it's get open, because we have a quarterback that can scramble and get them the ball still. So that's cool. And Rhule had said it in a little bit of the press conference I watched. He said, there's a lot of off-schedule plays, and you got to be ready for that. And I think we'll be in a better shape to do it, because teams honestly won't know if Calandria is going to run or not versus what we've had previously. So it's a new wrinkle, and I'm very encouraged by that. And I'm expecting whatever we get. It's a tough schedule, just so long as we play better overall. That's all I care about. Just look like you know what you're doing. No meltdowns, no game, our usual, we thought we were ready to play and then we get killed by Minnesota, that type of thing.
Matney says maybe they should just STFU and not have any press conferences because it's all BS anyway. Well, then we'd be complaining that
Matney,
they're not talking.
Quit yelling at the clouds, please. This gives us something to talk about.
Minnie must have watched The Simpsons at some point. I think she did.
I need for you guys to let's just take what they give us and take it with a grain of salt. At least it's something. At least we're hearing something. And they let the press into a practice this week for about a half hour, 25 minutes or something. It's exciting to see we have a lot of new players, a lot. And I counted because they actually showed us a video. Husker football put out a video from the practice, and they concentrated mainly on the offensive line. Actually, that's all they concentrated on. And Jeep Wade and Lonnie Teasley, and how they're coaching up our offensive line. Do you know they showed every single offensive line player? They showed every single one in the video. And they look really good. But some of the ones that stood out were number 71, Claude.
John Van Dam, the French guy.
Impalma. So he must be Polynesian.
Jean-Claude Van Damme is Danish.
Whatever.
Brandon Black and Tree Babelade. Those are three of the transfers that we got. I want to see these guys. Oh, and Elijah Pritchett. Lonnie Teasley was talking to him, telling him, okay, if you've picked up a bad habit, the best way to overcome that bad habit is to overemphasize the correction. So it becomes second nature, because he wants them to run through guys with his eyes. Just really interesting stuff. I loved it, and I'm glad that we got to see it. It makes me excited about what, I'm hoping that we have a more able offensive line.
So I'm doing a little bit of research right now since we had a question in the comments. Husker Chuck says, how many potential starters are in the 18 suing for their NIL? I hadn't heard this, and so I did a little bit of research.
Oh, it's arbitration, not really suing, but yeah. Anyway, so research, you got it in front of you.
Yeah, so from Yahoo Sports, 18 Nebraska football players challenging CSC, which is the College Sports Commission, over rejection of third-party NIL deals worth over $1 million. So it doesn't sound like it's a Nebraska issue. But unfortunately, I'm not seeing any names in any player names in this article. So
I hadn't seen any names, but the ramifications are such that if they get it's not really suing, it's more like they're going to the arbitration thing.
Mhm.
And like the Nebraska State Attorney General or whatever can get behind it. And then they got that Hush Blackwell, the big law firm, is involved. So in theory, if they could fight it and win their arbitration, it could essentially kind of start wrecking whatever that CSC thing is, because then it's like, okay, they all got overturned and our people got their money.
Yeah.
So then it makes that CSC irrelevant. Like other states and other teams can do it. And it's just another part of the Wild West. I mean, it's kind of I don't know. It's weird. It's kind of a good thing because it's already broken anyway. So it's just another way to show that there's really no rules or guardrails in place.
Is it about the clearinghouse? How, there were stipulations about how things needed to be worded in a contract, and if it wasn't just right, then it got denied. Is that what this is about?
It's if it goes it. So the thing I saw said last year there was a $20 million cap on revenue sharing, I guess. And then if you go over that for players, their nil has to go through this clearinghouse. So in a way, and some people had said Nebraska is a state that we would probably do it because we're not Florida where there's multiple big schools.
Right.
It's just us. So then our state attorney general can get behind it and be like, you're stopping these people from getting their money.
I see.
And the thing I watched, the guy said, I have this, it's not a baseball card, but he goes, I have a baseball card. If I want to sell it to Greg for $1 million, even though it's worth $5, and he wants to pay it, you can't stop me from taking that money. So it's like, it's kind of a thing where it could really upset the apple cart with whatever's going on with that CSC thing. And I don't know enough about it. I literally watched like 10 minutes of it before we came on tonight. It was interesting stuff. So yeah, I don't really know, but I have not seen any player names. I don't know if anybody's still here, like right now or left last year or what. Anyways, I'm done.
Okay. Well, we'll be looking for more information on this to keep you guys updated.
Yep.
Back to the offensive line.
Did Jeep Wade talk?
Jeep Wade and Lonnie Teasley. Really great guys. Yell louder than anybody I've ever heard. Just so loud. You can hear, they don't need a microphone.
But my sons would disagree.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Is it loud in your house?
Can be.
It's encouraging to me that you get to see where all these guys are right now, and that they are. I mean, it appears that they're teaching them in a different way. They're teaching them hand and foot techniques. They're also encouraging them to be more mobile, which is interesting because we have more of a mobile quarterback. So they have to be, right? And we also got a good look at the tight end room with this. And the tight end, Luke Sorensen, the freshman
from California.
So, yeah, he's in there blocking too. So this is really exciting stuff.
Did you say the grown man, Fred?
That's the guy with no neck. Like that picture of me was like, I mean, I don't have much of neck anymore, but my God, that guy was just like straps all the way down. Is ridiculous.
So anyway, Luke Sorensen was talking on the video and
no, he was blocking.
Oh, block. Oh, I thought you said he was talking. I'm sorry.
No, blocking. We got to see him block. We got to see, Luke Lindenmeyer, Eric Ingwerson. The one person I didn't see now that I'm thinking about it, is the guy from
Carter
Iowa,
Nelson? Oh, Iowa.
the offensive line guy.
Oh, Iowa State?
No.
Grant Bricks?
Grant Bricks. I
Oh,
did not see him.
He'll never see the field at this point.
I don't know what's happened. Yeah, he just nothing. I don't know. It's got to be. I don't know what's going on there.
I'm really interested. I'm gonna have to look that up.
Maybe I hope I'm wrong. You know what? The top offensive lineman out of the neighboring state, and it would be a shame to waste that. But he hasn't. They keep bringing it. I understand you got to get old, stay old as far as offensive linemen go in the Big Ten, but I think he's a redshirt sophomore this year.
He's been around a minute. It's not like he's new anymore. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe Iowa will take him back and turn him into a tight end.
That could happen.
College football history on YouTube. You should probably check out that channel. Says maybe they're actually teaching them how to block because that seems to be something was missing for the past 5 years. And
that guy sounds like he has no hope.
But we still think the world of him. And if he ever wanted to jump in here and share his thoughts live and in living color, we wouldn't mind. Hint, you old bastard.
It'd be my birthday present a week late. Tell you what.
Okay. Rascal. He says Brick still needs development. Uh-oh.
I mean, we're talking
not good.
Sophomore at this point. Granted, development was coming from, Donovan Raiola, so I guess, but if they can't get anything out of him at this point, then, disconcerting.
That's what I think a lot of fans are feeling. Like, it's frustrating. We get all excited about these huge gets, right? These huge recruits. They're supposed to be, the best thing ever to come to Nebraska. And then what happens to them? They don't pan out for us. And it's so discouraging. That's what happened with Dylan Raiola. That seems to be what's happening with Grant Bricks. And Carter Nelson, I hope to God we see him more. All these players that they keep popping up in the back of my head. It's like, oh my gosh, what happened to him? What happened to him?
Aaron Keene says, to be fair, Fred needs less development than this offensive line.
This is true.
So,
okay.
That's all I got. It's true.
What's
damn true, Greg.
We'll know what was. It's like the 1960s Supreme Court case about identifying pornography. We know it when we see it.
All right, I'll be back. I have a problem out.
Yeah. Okay. But no, like you said, we'll know it when we see it, and we haven't seen development. Really, we see it with individual guys sometimes, or Cam Jurgens.
Mm-hmm.
That guy somehow got better. I don't even know how, really. I don't know who made him better to where he landed where he is today, but we'll see it individually, but we never see it as a unit, especially in the O-line. It's just maybe a guy here or there, and it's hard to watch because we used to be so good at it.
We haven't had consistency on the offensive line 15 years.
Yeah.
Would you go back more than that?
It's been at least, on your guys' Sunday show when Haas was talking about the O-line, and at the time he thought last year's could have been as good as, what was it, the 06 line or something like that. And to think back, and to me, that didn't seem like it was any, but that was it. It was great compared to what we have now. It's rough. And I kind of question the strength and conditioning too. at some point. I know he got a raise, but
that's what Kurt Warren says. Need an elite strength and conditioning coach for that. Whoop,
yeah.
whoop.
Whoop.
There we go. I think it kind of comes down to Matt, effort and the want to,
Well, we have that disconnect now. We've developed a thing with Rhule where we're having at least 1 or 2 games a year where it was the whole we thought we were ready to play. And you go out and you see they're emotionally flat, or one bad thing happens and it's over.
Yep.
And it could be the first quarter, it could be the fourth, and be like, you see a certain play will happen and be like, oh yeah, we're going to lose. And then we do.
I honestly do think that is improving. That the mental aspect, I think at times, they're not removing themselves mentally from a game as much as they were in years past.
Last year was the best for that. Yes. Yeah. We had that stretch in the beginning where got a little rough. We'd come back against Maryland and different things, but then it's just like we ran out of gas or something. I don't know. And it was like halfway through.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and Corn Nation and Corn Husker fans of all ages, it is my supreme delight to introduce to you our founder, our fearless leader, Mr. College Football History himself, Mr. Corn Nation himself, John Damn Johnston.
But
I don't know how the hell we put you on this with. Hold on. There we go. Oh,
Jesus Christ. You guys need life.
Language.
They do. Thank you, John.
Life. Okay. Did anybody see the movie War Machine?
No.
Nope.
Then I won't ruin it for you.
I heard it was already ruined before you saw it. So, yeah, I'm good.
Okay. You know what? Listen, you motherfuckers.
But, hey.
You guys everybody seems to be bent out of shape about this player and that fucking player and this guy and that fucking guy. The whole world, for 20 years, this fall will be the 20th year I ran coordination. Okay? It'll be the 20th anniversary, like August 15th or some fucking thing like that, where coordination was born. And over all those years, I wondered, when is the off-season hype going to go away, and when are we going to have to change? How are we going to have to change how we cover Nebraska football? And this is the year, 20 years later. This is the year where Husker fans finally got tired of we're winning the offseason, and they said, for years we said, well, we're like Missouri. What's the state motto? Come on, show me state.
Gotta
right?
show me.
Okay, well, we're here now. I think that I guess I don't go on Twitter much. All right. Honestly, kind of an update. I just am dealing with a lot more fatigue lately. By about 2:00 every day, I'm exhausted. I have a really good day today, so here I am. At the end of last season, what happened was, in my estimation, number one, we got, the last 3 games were just shit. The bowl game was terrible, but I don't know what people expected out of the bowl game. Because you had a defensive coordinator. Matt Rhule hired a defensive coordinator that was a terrible hire. All right. That guy's gone. I mean, when you run a 3-man front inside the 10-yard line against Iowa, it's kind of a sign that you don't fucking know what you're doing on defense. And I think the last 3 games, if people want to be down on our existing players, the last 3 games indicated that our defense really lost faith in their coaching. When you lose faith in anything, you do a shittier job at it, right? If you go to work and your boss is your fantastic boss is replaced by a horrible boss, what do? Your attitude goes to shit. You find it harder to show up on time. You like, oh God, I got to find another job. That's the kind of shit that happens on football teams too. It happens on the field. And when it happens, players are out of position. They play slower. They play weaker. And that's especially what we saw in the bowl game. Because we saw a defense, they literally saw a defense that didn't know what they were doing. And who the fuck did we play in our bowl game?
Utah.
Okay, the Utah knew that, and they out schemed us and kicked their ass, and everybody's so down on that because, well, our players suck, everything sucks, and everything was horrible.
It sucked to watch your team get.
But did.
Yeah.
It did, but sometimes you also look at the situation and go, well, this is going to be shit. It's going to be shit. It's going to be shit ahead of time. And then when it's shit, you suddenly go, well, that was shit. What the hell? I don't get what happened. Listen, we got Dana Holgerson as an offensive coordinator has a track record, right? He's been one of the best offensive coordinators in the game for many years. He was kind of sabotaged by a quarterback that a lot of times just changed the play and didn't run what he wanted to run. And you can't have that again. You can't have that shit going on in your offense and have an offense that has faith in their ability to do anything. You saw that at Minnesota, where I stood in the stand screaming at them because they made no effort to come back. And why did they make no effort to come back? Because Dylan Raiola kept changing plays from passes to runs because he didn't want to throw the ball. You took a lot of guys, I think, from last year. This is my take on everything. You guys are just going to let me fucking ramble on, aren't you?
I'm afraid to interrupt, and I also would like to ask, what happened to your hair? Is it in a bun, or is it?
No, it's just the mic is. Oh, fine. There.
Oh, good. Thank God. Hey, Greg, the Blue Chew just kicked in.
Okay. You have an offensive coordinator, I think. Dana Holgerson, good offensive coordinator, knows what he's doing, been doing it for years. I don't think he's out of touch. He hasn't lost anything. He runs an offense that can kick everybody's ass. He's fine. You got an offensive line coach that potentially could be a better, we had an offensive line coach that for one reason or another, while we kept him so we could keep the Raiola family together. Every time that somebody ran a stunt or a blitz against that, or a stunt or a twist against our offensive line, they had free rushers. Every team knew that. And our offensive line got beat up. People kept finding excuses. Well, they're not that bad, We had Emmett Johnson. Emmett Johnson made up for a lot of.
We ran the ball really well, John. Come on.
We did, because Emmett Johnson was really good at making up for a shitty offensive line. He was like watching Rex Burkhead run that kind of smear the queer game that we used to play when you were kids, where you just beat the shit out. You had to tackle the guy and he could just outmaneuver and fucking kick everybody's ass.
You're not allowed to say that though, John.
We can't. Why?
Kill the carrier. That's
whatever, you fucking candy asses. Here's the thing. Your offensive line is going to get better, not because we have world-beating at players, because you have an offensive line coach potentially can actually coach offensive line, because we haven't had that since.
Why? Okay, I am having a problem right now, because here's the thing. I've been saying this. Yeah. And apparently nobody wants to listen to me. They just want to listen to you.
You're a girl, so nobody listens to you. That's how it is.
Yeah, what the hell?
Yeah, they're a bunch of misogynist, fucking tiny wiener man vibes giving off. That's what I'm.
A bunch of assholes. This is all I'm surrounded by.
Are you in Spaceballs all of a sudden?
And then you move to the defensive side of the ball. What did we hire? We hired a defensive coordinator who has a track record, and he's putting people around him who have a track record, and people are going to find excuses. The problem with going on any kind of social media is anything that is said about anything, it's this, all the negative shit flies into it. Like, oh, we all got brand new bunnies for Christmas. Yeah, they're probably dead by now. It's the worst. It's just the attitude is horrible.
John
it's
Johnson's
a terrible
Dead
place
Christmas,
to be.
Ladies and gentlemen.
You know what I did today? I went to one of my customers who has a warehouse. And I love working in the warehouse because I mostly go into the warehouse and I just yell profanity at the warehouse guys at the top of my lungs. And none of my customers ever argue with me about this shit. It's kind of amazing. It's pretty, it's you get a lot out of you.
Speed kills, John. Speed kills.
Yeah. We have new coaches. We're going to have different players. Everybody's going to have different players. Mm-hmm. I think the idea that, it's quiet, let them get better at football, but all the negative attitude around it is just, that's what I find disheartening. And I get it. We have a basketball team that should be making up for it. God help us. But, there you go. That's my take on shit. I haven't said the phrase smear the queer for a long time.
Now you said it 2 times in the last 5 minutes.
Oh my God. Amazing. I guess we're all going to go to hell, aren't we?
I'm already there, John. Already there. Well, on a side note, John.
This is where I say views and opinions expressed on the Five Heart podcast are those solely of those expressing the opinions and do not represent the Five Heart podcast, Coordination, Vox Media, SB Nation, or any of its subsidiaries.
On a quick side note, I got to interrupt you, John. Sorry, I'm pulling a mini here, but did you ever think there would be a day that you and I would be on the same screen?
Oh, we are. Is that right? This is the only time we've done this?
This is like the Mega Powers, Greg. This is like the Mania and the Madness. I think he's the Madness. But yeah, did you ever think that would happen, John?
Well, I did at some point. I kind of figured that I'd do this at some point. But I was listening to you guys, and I was like, oh, my God, these people.
It's horrible. It's horrible trying to lift spirits.
Yeah, I'm with me.
Here. These people suck. And I tell you, it is hard work.
Wow, tell us how you really feel, Minnie.
It's hard work. You guys, you don't understand. Like, I'm excited. There's something to look forward to. There's change. So we know there's change. And that's actually a good thing.
Aaron Keaton says the negative attitudes aren't as disheartening as the team's performance. Just saying. Yeah, I don't disagree with that. I think a lot of that had to do with the fact that we hired wrong coaches and we kept one around for a long time that shouldn't have been kept around. Mm-hmm. If you don't have good leaders and you don't have good teachers, nothing else matters. You can have the best players on the earth and you're not. Look at Texas. Texas is what? They've had more money than anybody in college football for God knows how long, and how many national titles do they have to their name? Why? Because they still, after, all this time with all that money and the all ability to have all their facilities and all the resources and all the players, they still just can't get their coaching and everything lined up to be able to make, beat the shit out of everybody else they should be beating the shit out of. It's really hard to do this. I honestly haven't been paying attention to Nebraska football hardly at all, but
join the club.
It's true. I think that's true for everybody.
Yeah. Yep.
Every Thursday, it aggravates the crap out of Minnie that I'm not paying as much attention as I'm supposed to.
You never do.
I say I'm sorry every week. Isn't that enough?
You never do. At least Fred does a little bit of homework. I come with a full bag of tricks.
And say, let's wing it. That's
I built the stream today, so I did my part.
I'm here doing my part.
All right.
It's like a Husker offensive lineman, participation award, just showing up.
I think the key for next season is this. Like, let's put it this way. God, 10:30. Oh, okay. I can do a little while.
John's going to turn into a pumpkin. A very angry pumpkin.
What did you see last year? I mean, if I said, did you see Nebraska play sound football last year? What would your answer be? What would everybody's answer be? Right?
Nope.
Simon Johnson run like hell.
What would you? Why would you say no, Fred?
I would say no because I bought into it for a little bit in the beginning. We had that little bit of a fight back thing that we hadn't had in a while. But the whole while we could see the deficiencies from game one with the O-line all the way through. And then it just bled into the play calling. The D-line was not great. Again, the coaching, players lost hope. And then the wheels fell off just like it did before. We get 5 games in and then it just wasn't sound football. It was just a mess.
Okay, so what is next year? What is this year?
2026.
We're in 2026, John.
We're playing.
Lord, man.
Okay, part of tonight I've spent in the year 1915 because I'll tell you later.
He got in his DeLorean again.
If you could pick one thing, One thing out of Nebraska football in 2026 that you'd like to see that doesn't have a fucking thing to do with wins and losses, what would it be?
Offensive line development. That's it.
Okay. Greg?
Ability to stop the run.
Okay, Minnie?
A quarterback with feathered hair and feathered passes.
I have to say, both of you guys are going to get your wish. Fred and Greg. Yeah. Even though you've been naughty all year, you're still going to get your wish. What I would like to see is a quarterback that actually makes us look good, that can, throw deep, and wide receivers that can catch. That would be really wonderful. Let's put some points on the board. I want to see us scoring 30 or more every single game.
I thought that quarterback that you really like a lot.
Shut up. Shut up.
Do you guys do this to her a lot?
They are so mean to me. You have no idea.
I am honest and fair.
Never mind me is telling us, probably not you, John, but us, Fred, quit picking on Minnie.
We had Dylan on a few weeks back, and he was more than, himself. So Minnie knows how he can be.
That guy that made that comment about World War I in the trenches is probably that's more true than I spent a lot of time in the past. I do. The History Channel thing, I literally, I spend so much time reading old newspapers. My God.
Don't take with people in the past. It does.
I decided that since most people, normally at this time of the year on Corn Nation, the actual website, we would be doing position articles. We didn't even do that this year.
We're all hyped up for basketball.
Well, and that's good. But I decided that I would probably do some history articles over the next few months, and they take a fair amount of time. I have a script written. About the dumbest decision in Nebraska football history.
Okay.
Steve Peterson is athletic director?
Yes.
No.
Was it going to the Big Ten? Because a lot of people outside of Nebraska football.
I already gave you a clue earlier.
It's going to be some old timey stuff that none of us ever heard of. Even I know that. I've been here for like a year. So fuck.
That's true. It is going to be old timey shit you never heard of. So there you go. So that's what I'm going to do with this offseason. I'm going to present more Nebraska football history and probably piss a lot of people off with it. Because that
stay on brand, John. Stay on brand.
I guess for me, 2026, just play sound football. God, fucking block people and tackle people. Learn how to. What did we not have last year? I think on the offense, okay, let me put it this way. Was it, time is I'm doing the talking head things and they'll go by, water flowing underground. I'm starting to lose it. That's what's happening. I'm starting to run out of energy. When we fired Marcus Satterfield as offensive coordinator, I think the biggest problem I had with his offense is you couldn't name 3 plays that we could run consistently. And I think this last season, could you name 3 plays that we could run consistently? I don't know if you
could.
Maybe a zone play with Emmett Johnson. But
and off to Emmett and watch him juke 6 people in the backfield to get 5 yards. That was our bread and butter.
Our bread and butter was kill the carrier.
Thanks, PC John.
So if you wanted to look at 2026, you'd say, what is one thing that we could all get something out of, that we could look for improvement in the first few games? And that would be come up with 3 plays that are bread and butter plays that our offense can be counted upon to run to make yards when they need to make some yards. Minnesota does that thing that everybody hates. It's another Minnesota first down. Well, they're not dumb with that because that's what makes their whole team go.
Okay. I think you're going to get your wish. Well, at least on defense. There's a new play in town called the Cheetah Package. Have you heard of it?
No.
I think that's what Scott Frost did. Cheetah package.
No, it's not the same thing. Specialized third down set featuring the team's 4 best pass rushers to hunt the quarterback. And Rob says everybody wants to be in the Cheetah Package.
Yep. Then they audible to a draw and they go for 15 yards up the gut.
They don't. No, they don't. This defense is going to work, you negative bastard.
Yes.
On air, called a bastard by John. Oh my God.
Yeah.
My birthday present a week late. This is the best.
I got more where that came from, buddy.
He probably does.
No, I can't wait.
John is a paramedic. We need to know what I just lost that. Oh, John is a paramedic. We need you to know it's 2028. What?
They're trying to check
as a paramedic. TSD is a paramedic. He wants to make sure you know what year it is.
It's the year of nobody giving a shit about Nebraska football in the offseason.
This is true.
Hey, this is a very important question, John, because we all have had the opportunity to weigh in about every week. But living in Omaha, David Matney, the official realtor of the 5 Heart podcast, wants to know, how do you feel about Matt Rhule's podcast?
He doesn't exist anymore.
But how did you feel about him doing an hour-long show in the season when Nebraska was at times struggling?
I think people, listen, in the olden days, was that last year? Everybody would tune in to watch the Bob Devaney show on TV or the Tom Osborne show on TV. And, we would love that shit. Where a coach actually got to sit down and talk about what happened in the last game, and they'd show the plays, and Tom Osborne would droll on about, we thought we could get this going here. And it literally was the most, it wasn't exciting, but it was exciting because it was Nebraska football and we were good at it. Well, so I guess the whole, oh my God, he did a podcast. Who gives a shit,
Well, the counterpoint is we were winning back then.
That's
and
true.
B, I watched some of Rhule's thing, and he's talking with these 2 dorks about like his favorite burger and In-N-Out burger versus a Runza burger. And I didn't really probably see Osborne doing that with anybody. Or I know on the Devaney show one time, Barry Switzer brought out tacos like as a gag. Like that was funny as hell. But the best deodorant is winning. And we didn't have that deodorant to make the stench of what happened go away because he's doing podcasts and we just get ignominiously defeated,
It's sad because Rhule can't win at all with us.
No
matter what he does. And yes, I even have gotten a little slightly annoyed when he put on the backwards hat to coach the bowl game. I get that people are annoyed by these little things.
That should be the sign that he didn't have a lot of people around him, right? If you're a leader and you're going like off the tracks, there needs to be people around you that say, do you think this is a good idea? And then you wait about 3 seconds and you go, no, it's not a fucking good idea.
Yeah, that's the old John Madden thing.
Where that you could point out that that's concerning.
He didn't have you say that's a great point, John, because I think back now, like he has 8,000 people on his staff and all kinds of other people. So it's like some kind of Colonel Kurtz thing where he just lost his fucking mind and he's running it. Or just, somebody should have been okay. Optics. And that's what gets me because he's a smart optics guy.
Here's the thing. It was a Phil Snow suggestion. Phil Snow, if you remember correctly, he came in to coach defense. And Phil Snow's his old trusted buddy. And he said, I want you to put on your hat backwards and be the coach. So he took him literally.
I think Snow's a Sith Lord, just tried to submarine him from within.
At some point, somebody went to Richard Nixon and said, this is done. Okay, this is just done. You need to let the country move on and go ahead. And then, Richard Nixon listened to him and, resigned and shit. Somebody should have said to Matt Rhule, no, this is just dumb. This is dumb.
Yeah.
Well, okay, David Matney piles in with the biggest question mark. Aren't we paying him really well to surround himself with the right people? Yes, we are. You know what we did also? For the first God knows how many years, we paid Fred Hoiberg to surround himself with the right people too. And he didn't do that for what, 5 years, 4 years, 5? But nobody gave a shit because he runs the basketball program.
Okay, John, I said it's like this. When you move into a new house and you have like an idea, the sofa's going over there, the TV's going over there, until you actually get into the house, you don't know how things are going to fit. And that's the same thing with building a football team. You don't know how things are going to fit.
In the metric system and it's in French. It's like, how are you going to get in that house?
I don't even know what you said, but all I heard was France.
Do you just abuse her all the time? Is that what your role is, Fries, to just abuse her?
I am even keeled, John. I am as constant as the North Star. Fair and balanced.
But, nobody gave a shit about basketball, and Fred Hoiberg basically was kept around even though people wanted him fired. And now he has figured out, got the right pieces together, how to win in the Big Ten.
Is that, John, would you say that's because the ego of the state of Nebraska was not tied to the men's basketball program like it is football?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So how much patience do we have with Matt Rhule?
Well, they have to play sound football next year. Mm-hmm. They could go 6-6 or 7-5, but they need to play. They need to show that they have a coaching staff that knows how to coach. I don't want to see any stunts or twists where the defense is getting constant free rushers against our quarterback. I don't give a shit if he can fly around all of them and avoid them all. You should never have free rushers on a consistent basis with an offensive line. That if he does that, then there's a sign that there's still a problem, that he's not picking the right people for his program. What are we going to be? They're moving to a 4-2-5 or something, right? With this guy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. That should help with the idea of not having a 3-man front, but we should have a competent defense that can play actual defense. So how much room does he have? I don't know. That's always, kind of a tenuous thing. I think it's a lot of how many wins do we have versus does it look like good football? Because we're playing in a nasty conference and we're going to have a hell of a schedule. You guys already talked about that.
I think if 6 wins or 7, I think that's fine. I think if it's like 5 or less, especially less than 5 for some. If we have the inexplicable, we didn't know, we weren't ready thing against somebody we should, a couple of those, then that's problematic going into the next season. But I think certainly he's fine next year unless the wheels really come off.
Right. If you think about it for a minute, you have so many people that around college football going, well, if Curt Cignetti could have changed a program in the year, why can't everybody else? The reason why everybody can't is because they have the past. Nebraska, even if Nebraska would have hired Curt Cignetti, he would have never been able to do what he did at Indiana. The parallels between Fred Hoiberg and Curt Cignetti and Nebraska.
We would have hated him.
Yeah. We would have
as a fan base,
like when are you handing out the black shirts around his neck, and he would have been bogged.
We are the worst
fucking history stuff.
We're the worst fan base.
We're just a well, we have a lot of
really are.
We have a lot of
really horrible to our coaches. If any football coach that does anything out of the ordinary or doesn't do things to our liking, we are horrible to them.
Yeah, that's true. I don't
and
know.
We would be horrible.
It's different than Ohio State, though, or Notre Dame.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I
They've
guess.
they've won more recently, so
They have, but everybody has their,
Mhm.
we have to win up to here, otherwise we're not happy thing. What are you
Mhm.
doing? Are you mocking me, you son of a bitch?
Never.
Mocking me? I see you mocking me. Some things you can't put past me. All right. What else going on?
Minnie, tell us.
I don't even know.
I
I
think
feel
we're
like
doing.
we covered a whole heck of a. I'm good.
I think the amazing thing is Nebraska as an athletic program is doing fairly well in every sport except football, and that's pretty amazing considering. I mean,
Even dodgeball. Did you know this?
what?
Yeah. Greg
Did they?
showed us last week that we are doing pretty well in dodgeball even.
Don't encourage him, Minnie. John's going to throw wrenches at me and Greg.
The next time I see you.
Good. I'll be ready.
You can dodge a wrench. You can dodge a ball.
I'm your Huckleberry.
So what's going to go on with what else is left? What do you want?
That's it. We just want to. Okay, number one, it is really, really difficult to see the fan base where we are. In fact, Josh Pate, and I was saying this earlier, he did a thing this week talking about how complacent we are with Husker football. It's sad because we're such a strong and good fan base for just the temperature to be so lukewarm.
Oh,
I hate seeing it.
I had a question with that. Is it Pate or Pate, Minnie?
Pate.
Oh, okay, it's Pate.
Shut up, you jerk.
God.
No, I mean,
I had a thought that went away.
No, with the
see what you did.
That's what I do. I'm a disruptor, John. But with Pate, I mean, I don't know what was the words that you used again for that. That we're not that we've given up, but we're not apathetic. What was it again?
You talking to me or Minnie?
Minnie, sorry.
I've used a lot of words.
Not complacent. Complacent was what you used. I think we're anything but complacent. I think, again, we over-index on everything. Like we've said, we freak out for, a backwards hat. We freak out if it's all white uniforms with pink shoes. I mean, we're never complacent, but I think maybe his thing was more of getting into the apathy thing where some of us, I say even me, and I'm not like some super, I'm dialed in. I'm here for Christ's sakes, but it's like, I just have trouble getting excited for stuff because I keep hearing the same stuff and there's more changes and it's kind of exciting changes, but I just don't know what I'm going to see anymore. It's just old.
Let me ask you this. Do you think that this same feeling is being felt by other college football fan bases?
I'm sure it is in some respects, or some are more vitriolic. Like I had that conversation with the Penn State guy just out in the world like a few weeks ago, and that guy was just angry and real. I don't know, but I'm sure it is. We're not the only ones. We're not.
Well, think about
we
this.
feel it because we're here.
NIL has changed the game, and the transfer portal has changed everything. And I think one of the things that I'm sure I brought this up along the line somewhere, is that I felt like college football was being more like the NFL. In the NFL, what most fans of the NFL, what do? They put on their stuff around when spring or fall camp opens up, right? They start digging their stuff out of the closets. And they start putting on their Packers gear, Steelers gear, whatever it is, start getting ready for the NFL season. And then the moment the Super Bowl is over, they put it away. And that's it. There isn't an off season. Maybe once in a while they get, like now, free agencies opening up. There's the draft for like 3 days. Other than that, the NFL fans are pretty much, they go off and do other shit during the off season. Where for years, for my 20 years of running Corn Nation, it's been, oh my God, the off season and what's going on. And that guy had fried pickles for lunch and farted and the whole athletic department stunk. And oh God, every little tiny
Rhule
thing.
did that too. God damn him.
Yeah. But now I wonder if part of it is because NIL and transfer portal have lessened what we feel about college football is in terms of how much we just flat out love the sport,
It impacts it. You said it a few years ago, John, when Emmett went in the portal and came back, and you did the show and you said, I'm done with this because it's like, it's just get me till the season when I know people are here. Right. And that's kind of where I'm at now. I mean, I pay attention because I'm here, but I don't agonize over it like I used to.
No fan base wants to root for a team that's only there because of how much money they're getting paid. I think that's the bottom line if I'm hearing everyone right. And I think that regardless of what's going on out there on other teams, I think that somehow Nebraska has really put together a roster that's not made up of guys that just want to get paid. I don't think that was the case last year. I think this year's different.
I know in his remarks at the podium last week, TJ Lateef said he welcomes the competition from Calandre. He just wants to be a Husker, and entering the transfer portal is never an option for him. Now, does that last for the remainder of his college career? I hope, but the fact that he said I just want to be a Husker, I kind of get, that's inspiring. Because at the end of the day, I want to root for people who are going to be here. Or who want to be here. And I think that's why, as a fan, it can be frustrating in the off season because, who's going to be here in August? We don't know because I think there's still another transfer portal window after spring ball or maybe not. I can't even keep track of it all. So it's like you said, Fred, it's get me to the season so I at least know who the hell is going to be on my damn team and know who to root for.
There's not.
Okay, thank you.
That's why I think NFL fans they're like, okay, I'll care again when fall camp comes around and who shows up for fall camp. And then that's my team.
That's it. Yep.
And I still wear my Husker stuff, but I try to keep up with what's going on. But otherwise.
John, that's true. I don't hate Oklahoma.
Okay. Me neither. Never did. Hated losing to him, but I never hated him.
I kind of hated him. I mean, it was part of the shtick, man. The cheating motherfuckers from Oklahoma. That rivalry was about morality, okay? It was about our good saintly Tom Osborne against that cheating motherfucking Barry Switzer whiskey drinking shitbag. That's what it was.
Bootlegger.
Yeah, and now, now years later, we can all look back and go, "Oh, you sucking cheating bastard! Oh, we kicked your ass! Oh, fuck, whatever." Remember 1982? Oh, just stuff like that. So, on the other hand, I fucking hate Iowa. Every sport in which they play, everything they do. I was going to say something political, but I'll try not to. You know what? I saw somewhere like on Facebook or something where Iowa has a higher incidence of cancer than almost any. They're like the highest incident of cancer of any state in the nation or something. And apparently all these Iowegians were replying to this and saying, well, it's because of the cows or it's because of radon. And I couldn't let it go, so I replied with all these other Iowegians. I says, maybe it's because you're around other Iowans all the fucking time. Maybe that's causing cancer. Because it would for me.
I thought it was because we have better corn than they do. So.
And now we have no Iowa fans in the chat.
That's fine.
We never do.
I have Iowa friends. So, yeah.
I don't think it's possible to have friends from Iowa. John, hang out with us for just a couple more minutes while we go through our starred comments and get out of the show.
Okay.
So at the beginning, we talked about Batman because I did what was at least the first glance was a bad Batman voice, and then the second was a good Batman voice. And we had somebody say that Adam West was the only true Batman, and Husker Chuck says some days you just can't get rid of a bomb. Fred, you get that reference?
No, I
John,
feel
you
like
get
I
that
should.
reference?
I do.
Oh,
I'm actually surprised by that.
Yeah,
is
because
this Dylan at the end of the game and he can't throw the ball away? Or like
no,
Mary?
this is not like Dylan at the end of the
Oh.
game. This is because in the like 60s, didn't they do like a show where they'd go and a bomb would come up on the screen, right? Is that close?
Yeah, they had like, onomatopoeia graphics on there, like bow,
Yeah.
pow.
Yeah,
bam.
like that. Is that what that is?
There's a scene in which Batman has a big like cartoon bomb. It's a big black round bomb with a fuse on it that's lit, and he's running around, and everywhere he runs he can't throw the bomb. Like he runs in this direction and there's a group of nuns walking down the street.
Right.
He runs over to the dock and he wants to throw it in the water, but a little mother is with a bunch of little baby ducks is in the water, and I can't remember. He runs into like 4 things where he can't throw the bomb and get rid of it, and finally he finally figures out where to throw it, and then his final line is, "Some days you just can't get rid of a bomb."
Oh, okay. Thank you, Husker.
I mean, the
Chuck.
60s
now.
version of Batman is just it's so bizarre.
It was.
It is
bizarre.
so weird.
So many
Okay.
manufactured villains, like King. Anyway, Never Mind Me says that I would pay to watch Fred do stand up. I got a feeling he'd be the type of comedian that offends everyone, and I would love it.
This is not wrong.
Well, when are you going to do it?
I don't know. I cleaned it up for you guys. Maybe someday.
Maybe that's what we're
if
missing.
there's a spring game and there's an open mic night,
Oh, down in Lincoln. I got to go to Lincoln for that?
well, yes.
Okay. All right. You going to meet me there, John? We going to go to
Yeah.
Sidetracks?
Is that still around?
I don't know. Probably.
Sidetrack isn't still. Don't they go play? The Sweet Potato Band plays. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, we'll get in your DeLorean. We'll figure it out, John. How about that?
Well, I have tickets to the spring game. I am thinking about coming down there, but
Oh,
I might actually see you then. Wouldn't
Yeah.
that be a hoot? We can take another picture together.
we can. You know what?
free
I'm
for the
just
both
gonna.
of you.
If I go to the spring game, I'm just gonna walk around screaming at people.
I will wear a robe, John. I'll wear a robe just like you. So
I'm
we
gonna
can find
scream
each other.
about. I'm gonna scream about fucking War Machine.
Let it go,
okay.
John. It's
Is that
a
on Netflix, John?
movie.
It is on Netflix.
Should I watch it?
It's up to you if you want to spend the time.
All right. That's not exactly a glaring review, but
No. No.
Living in Omaha,
everybody knows what the Jason Statham movies are, right?
I love those.
Like The Beekeeper.
Those
Never
are
seen any of them.
oh,
Beekeeper.
You've never watched them?
I've
never seen
not
any
seen
of the
Beekeeper.
Bourne
I've seen
movies,
Jason Statham
but-
movies, just not the Beekeeper.
But now it's like a
Okay.
joke. It's like beekeeper. He's the mechanic. He's the
Yes.
janitor. It's like
You
it's a
know
random
what you're
thing.
getting. You get
He's
a
the
movie.
grocer.
5 minutes in, we've established he's an ex-CIA special agent, Ranger, Navy SEAL, who just wants to live his life. He meets this person who's a good person. 5 minutes in, they're killed. He's going to make the fucking people pay for it. That's the movie. That's what you're going to get. Everybody knows this, and they do it so well. You're like, yeah, Jason Statham kicked their ass. And at the end of the movie, he goes, if he's a plumber, he's like, sometimes you just got to get rid of all the shit. That's the line. They finish the fucking movie. He says some great, stupid line, and you go, okay, the movie's over because he said the line. War Machine ended 4 fucking times. I hate it when people do this. End the movie. End it. Ugh.
okay.
David
All
Mackey
right,
says,
got that
whatever
off my
happened to
chest.
actually going to college for an actual education? Since when is transferring to 4 different schools in 4 years good for the student? Well, it's not.
Nope.
You've traded your educational career for an athletic career.
What really was interesting is for the national championship, they interviewed the quarterback from Miami, and he let it slip that he hasn't attended class in months, but that's because he already graduated, right? And that even before then, all he did was online classes. So he never actually went to school.
Well, I mean, he's getting paid millions of dollars.
That's what these athletes are. They're not students anymore.
Roger Moore says, "What's happening?" And I'm scared. John's back. At least for a couple minutes.
I don't get out a lot, so I need to scream at people. That's why I yelled at all the guys in the warehouse today. Finally got out to a customer site, and they had to listen to me go on about shit.
Josh is laughing out loud, saying, "I've missed John so much. Fred needs to be more of a shit ass so we can see more red ass John."
I'll try to show up more often. We'll just
a lot of ass going on. Josh.
Yeah.
A lot of ass.
And Josh also wants to know, you were talking about some of the biggest mistakes made or the one you're working on about the biggest mistake ever in Nebraska sports history.
Yeah.
And Josh wants to know if it's letting the Baron leave the state.
No, but I should write about that. You know what? It was a good mistake for him. He became Baron Monraski by leaving the state.
He left the state, but John took his robe in a loser leaves town match.
Yeah.
Tony wants to know, John, are you going to Big Ten Media Days with Minnie? She loves Bert. And PJ.
I love Bert too.
Kirk.
Do you?
Yeah. Bert, I love making fun of Bert, but in the end, I mean, he's never going to be like amongst the greatest coaches ever, right. But he's a pretty solid coach.
He is.
If you get stuck on Hoff, you can cut him open and get inside for warmth.
Kenny says, John is the get off my lawn final boss. And Matt says that John throws lawns at kids.
I like that one.
And Husker says we will abuse Minnie less if John shows up.
Oh, they won't. Wow. Don't believe them.
Why do you show up week after week for this abuse? I mean,
I have no idea. To try and bring hope and information to people.
Do you actually get out of your house?
Yeah.
I just wondered, Lord.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, listen, it's winter in Minnesota, right? It's now starting to, we're into March. It's going to go up and down in temperature. And there's literally, for a lot of winter, everybody disappears. We don't talk to each other. We don't do anything. I just, maybe just stay at home. And
no, I don't just stay at home.
Okay.
It was 90 degrees today.
Oh, sure.
That's not fair.
Yeah.
Aaron says that Minnie's not always the victim.
Yes, I am.
All right. Our last question for everyone here tonight. It's directed at John, but we're all going to take a shot. Vince wants to know, what's John's basketball prediction? How far do they make it?
Oh, my God. You know what? Listen.
We can simplify this and just say, do they win or lose tomorrow?
What's
against Purdue?
You mean the Big Ten tourney?
Yeah.
Or is he talking about the NCAA tourney or the Big Ten
tourney?
NCAA. I'm asking tomorrow.
I think we beat Purdue.
Yep, we beat them.
But they did. Who they just beat? They just beat. Come on, earlier today,
Iowa.
They beat
Northwestern.
They beat them up. Northwestern got on a little bit of a run there, a little bit of we're going to start playing well. How far do they make it? You know what? This is something I think about a lot. We do this to ourselves. They only need to make one. They only need to win one game. That's just it. They just win one game, and then they would be the greatest Nebraska team in history. Just that one fucking game.
I think statistically they're already the greatest Nebraska team.
Nope.
Nope.
Listen, I was at the 1991 game, motherfucker.
Sorry.
We were a number 3 seed playing against Xavier. I was at that game with my wife. Before that game was Shaquille O'Neal's last game as a college player. Okay? I watched our basketball team in a game they should have fucking won easily, just melt down and become nothing. I literally can remember watching one of our guys get the ball at the free throw line with a clear line to the basket, nobody there, and he turned and look to pass the ball off. And I thought, well, we're screwed. And we were screwed. So don't take this shit for granted. I really want us to win this game for Kent Pavelka.
Mm-hmm. I was talking
because
about that
the
earlier.
man has been around for years. He's Nebraska's Mr. Rogers. I hope to God that, I probably shouldn't say this. Kent wouldn't like me saying this. When Tim Miles was fired, I talked to Kent, after he was fired, and he was pretty upset. And I said, well, why are you so angry about this? And he goes, because I thought we were close to winning a tourney game. And, and then he said, and I'm running out of time, which is something when you get old like me, you fuckers, that's what you start thinking. What haven't I done? Anyway, but that's the thing. How far can we get? Just win that one game. Just win the one game. That's it. That's all that matters. And then after that, we can all just rejoice because everything after that will be beautiful and amazing. Because if we don't win that one game, I'm not going to go into the bathroom through that. I'll probably go way out in the woods for that.
Where they can't hear you scream.
Yeah. I take a sacrifice or something with me. I don't know.
Yeah,
Husker
Chuck,
gonna
the
kill a
only
squirrel.
one that matters is the first round NCAA game.
Yeah.
Matt says Minnie gets to watch highlights 2 hours after the game.
Yes.
I don't know if you know that, John, but up until this past Sunday's game against Iowa, the only 5 games that Minnie had watched of men's basketball this year were the 5 losses.
That's why I get picked on right there. Things like that they pick up on. It's like, what?
Well,
you literally watched the 5 losses?
Twice is a trend.
So she broke the curse against Iowa.
And
in her opinion, she's allowed to watch the rest of men's basketball.
Allowed. That's a funny. Yes.
Okay, you let us know how the Purdue game goes tomorrow night, and then we'll let you know.
John's spoken. I mean, he's got seniority on us. I'm just a mere plebeian to John. So
I went to the Minnesota game this year, and all I could think of is, oh God, this is going to be the first one we lost because here I am at this fucking game. And then in that first half they played poorly, and the second half they pulled it all out, and we made fun of the Minnesota fans, and it was fun.
Greg said, or John said, pulled it out. So there's that.
Yeah, pulled it out, whipped it out right in the second half.
I think that's it.
What? No, Kenny, it's not. It is possibly a bigger accomplishment, but we need to get the fucking monkey off our back so that we never have to see that little thing that comes up every year during the NCAA where he's never won a tourney game. Motherfuckers.
John turned into Gollum there for a second. That was slightly creepy. Now I have to go to bed after that. So thanks, John.
Yeah.
John, can you call Nebraska men's basketball your precious?
I'll do that next time.
All right. It was great having you on tonight, John. We apologize for keeping you up so late. You're the man.
This is my normal bedtime.
All right. Well, then.
Way to make it less special, John. Gosh,
I just don't talk to people.
Thank you.
I don't talk to people this late at night because, well, I'm usually, tired. I didn't know you could fit 4 people on a screen. Otherwise, I'll show up out of the blue more often sometimes.
Okay, good.
It's like the Spanish Inquisition.
Well, thank you, John. Thank you, Minnie, for all the work that you do behind the scenes, or as they say, BTS, help make this show happen. Fred, thank you for showing up and being your witty self. And I'm Greg, and I'm just pushing buttons. So for all of us, this tremendous crew here at Coronation and the 5 Heart Podcast, we thank you for spending your time with us. Go Big Red, go men's basketball, go Fred Hoiberg and company. I'll be following along tomorrow and excited to see more and more success from them. And you know what? It's a season of renewal for a lot of us out there. So let's just try to be more joyful if we can manage, be more upbeat, be more positive. Remember that every darkness has the dawn. There's light at the end of the tunnel, and find that silver lining in the clouds. So that'll do it. This is the 5 Heart Podcast. We remind you each and every week that 5 Heart is all the heart you need. Minnie?
Yes, I like that. I like leaving on a positive note. So go Big Red.
Fred?
Thanks, everybody. And thanks, John, for giving me a birthday present a week later. This was the best gift ever. Me and John on the same screen. Go Big Red.
John?
Fuck Iowa. Yeah.
Minnie, can you say goodbye in French?
Fuck you.
Au revoir.
Seriously, au revoir.
The French have a different attitude these days.
Apparently.
They don't take no shit.
So angry.